You ever seen a grown woman block a line of school lunch trucks because she thought they made the neighborhood look poor? No. Well, welcome to my life. It was a Tuesday, hot, muggy, and tense already, and I was just pulling out of my driveway when I saw it. Karen, in all her yoga pants and attitude glory, standing dead center in the middle of the HOA entrance like she was guarding Fort Knox. Arms crossed, visor pulled low, and that smug little smile like she just did the Lord's work. Only problem? She'd parked her golf cart sideways, literally sideways, across the only access road in or out. And behind her, for big OL white trucks with the National School Lunch Program logos plastered on the side, full of boxed meals for kids. Kids that live right here, in our neighborhood. So I slam the brakes, hop out of my truck, and go, "Karen, what in the hell are you doing?" And she spins around like I just spit on her garden gnome collection and goes, "I am preserving property values. These government trucks aren't permitted. This is a private community, Brad." First off, yeah, my name's Brad. And second, what? Government trucks? These aren't tanks, lady. They're packed with chicken nuggets and apple juice. I try explaining that to her, but she cuts me off with, "They should have gone around or gotten approval. You can't just invade neighborhoods with state vehicles. It's un-American." Un-American? Karen, are you high? You drive a Range Rover leased by your ex-husband's alimony. Ain't nothing more American than feeding hungry kids. Meanwhile, the driver's own guys, sweating in their uniforms, look like they're ready to melt. One of them leans out his window and yells, "Ma'am, we're on a schedule." She yells back, "Then find another neighborhood to serve." And I swear on my left boot, she winked at me like we were gonna share a laugh about it later. Nah. Now, here's where it gets spicy. You see, I used to be in the National Guard. Still keep in touch with a few folks, still got the contact for Logistics Command. And as luck would have it, our town was participating in a regional emergency food distribution drill this week. We were on the list. We signed up. Karen must have missed that HOA memo cause she was too busy harassing teenagers for skateboarding too close to her mailbox. So I step aside, take out my phone, and call up an old buddy, Captain Miller. I tell him the situation. He goes quiet for a second, then says, "Brad, tell her to move. We've got 2 rigs rolling in 4 minutes. If she's still there, it becomes a different kind of operation." You better believe I tried. I gave Karen every out. I even said, "Hey, Karen, if you move now, no one's gonna write you up." She just lifted her chin and said, "I am the HOA, I make the rules here." All right then. For minutes go by and I hear it. Low rumble, heavy diesel engines coming up the bypass. 2 big National Guard rigs, convoy style, matte green, flying American flags, roll right up to the entrance like a war movie. The lunch trucks honk and part like the Red Sea. Karen doesn't budge. I'm watching this like it's the Super Bowl. The lead rig stops a few feet from her golf cart. A guardsman hops out full camo, mirror shades, clipboard in hand, and walks straight toward her. Cool as ice. "Ma'am," he says, "you are in violation of emergency distribution protocol. You have 30 seconds to remove this vehicle or it will be moved for you." Karen scoffs. This is private property. And that's when the HOA president, Mark, mild-mannered accountant turned surprise hero, shows up jogging out of nowhere, holding a binder and yelling, "We approved this. I signed off on this last month. Karen, move your damn cart." It's like someone flipped a switch. Suddenly, people are peeking out of their houses, stepping onto lawns, filming with phones. There's whispers, "Is that the National Guard? Is Karen stopping kids from getting food? Oh my God, is this gonna be on the news?" Karen still won't move. But by now she's cracking. Her voice gets shrill. "I didn't know. No one told me. Why wasn't I informed?" And Mark's yelling back, "Because you skipped 3 board meetings and only show up to complain about garbage bins." The guardsman gives a nod. 2 more soldiers walk over, lift the golf cart like it's made of pool noodles, and wheel it off to the side like a toddler's toy. Karen screams, "You can't touch my property." And one of the soldiers deadpans, "Ma'am, this isn't your property. This is a federally mandated corridor under temporary jurisdiction." Boom. Law and order, baby. The rigs roll through. The lunch trucks follow. Kids start running down the sidewalks with backpacks, parents waving from porches. It's like a parade with juice boxes. The HOA group chat explodes. Karen's lost her mind. They moved her cart. My son's on the roof filming's got the whole thing. And Karen? She storms back to her house, red-faced, slamming her front door so hard the windows rattled. But it wasn't over. Oh no. Next day, she calls an emergency HOA meeting. Says she's filing a complaint against the guard, the board, and get FISM. Says I orchestrated a military invasion of a peaceful neighborhood. Girl, please. Except this time, the community ain't buying her noise. Folks show up in droves. Even old man Gerald, who never leaves his porch, came down wearing his Korean War hat like it was a courtroom. And when Karen starts her little speech about order and lawlessness, people start booing. Full-on boos. Like it's open mic night and she's bombing. Mark reads from the charter verbatim that the HOA agreed to assist with state emergency protocols. He shows the email receipts. He shows her own previous vote, signed, where she agreed 2 months ago. She starts shouting it's forged. He hands it to Gerald, who leans in, adjusts his glasses, and goes, "That's your signature, you loon." And just like that, the tide crashes over her. Someone brings up the time she reported a Girl Scout booth for illegally vending. Someone else reminds us how she called animal control because a neighbor's dog barked during her yoga class. The crowd turns. Fast. It's like a courtroom scene out of a movie. We vote to remove her from her committee seat. Unanimous. Even her own husband, sitting in the back row, raises his hand without blinking. Karen tries to protest, but Mark just slams the gavel he bought on Etsy for $30 and says, "Karen, you're done." The HOA site updated that night. Her name gone. Her privileges revoked. Her golf cart? Left by the trash bins with a sign someone taped on it that said, "Evicted from duty." I walked past her house the next morning, sipping my coffee, nodding to neighbors. Karen stood by her window, curtains slightly pulled back. No yelling. No smug grin. Just silence. Later that week, I heard she tried to appeal to the county, claiming the HOA violated her rights. But the county official laughed her out of the office. Said, "Ma'am, you blocked a military supply route. You're lucky they didn't tow your entire lawn." Now things are quieter. Kids get their meals. Trucks come and go. And Karen? Well, she still lives here, but no one talks to her much. Her garden's dying. Her lawn's overgrown. HOA says she's been fined 3 times this month already for not keeping up appearances. Funny how that works. And me? I just keep waving at the guard convoys whenever they pass by. Sometimes they honk. Sometimes they flash the lights. It's our little moment. I guess the question now is, how much control should one neighbor have over everyone else's lives? And at what point do we stop calling it order and just call it what it is, control?